Now, let me tie it out, circle back to what I was touching on in the beginning and bleed into our goats doing goat shit segment, which for those of you who listen to the podcast, it's a segment where I like to highlight goats within their respective areas who do goat shit, who aren't afraid to say, fuck you to the system and not just play politics. They do goat shit and kind of like own that goatness, if you will. It's like having fuck you money, but not saying fuck you. It's like, what's the point? If you have fuck you money, say fuck you. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying in the beginning of, Schulz selling his special to a streamer, and he was, about to announce it, but there was some like back and forth apparently. We found out, through the pod that he did sell the show to a streamer, which I'm speculating was Netflix, and it came back with notes apparently. Schulz coming from this background of creating that movement of, putting your shit out on YouTube and doing it the way you want to do it and owning your own shit. It's, he wasn't used to like getting notes back, and not all comics get notes back. Like the bigger ones, streamers and platforms where they sell their material to, they're so big that they're like, do whatever the fuck you want. Here's the money. Thank you for letting us, distribute your shit. But other comics don't have that luxury. And I guess Schulz got some notes back, and, he didn't want to change things. He didn't want to, first time he sells to a streamer, start watering it down and cutting out bids because they're worrying about appeasing some corporate marketers and, doing what they have to do for their business on their end. So what Schulz did is he bought his special back in an unprecedented, risky fucking move. After his special was sold, he bought it back so he can retain the complete ownership of it, and so that he can put it out himself, a la like Louis C.K. style, through his own website. And that's what he decided to do. He put all his money into purchasing it back, so this way he wouldn't have to cut anything. He can give it to his fans the way they're used to seeing his comedy, in terms of, not self-editing and worrying about like corporate interests and shit like that, and bet on his fans, aka the asshole army, to ride with him and want to see the special. And this is where the goats doing goat shit piece kicks in. Like he shared on the podcast, it was like nerve-wracking time because he was like, if this doesn't work, I just lost a shitload of money. And but if it does work, it's going to, similar to how he like carved that path for comics to, put out their shit on YouTube, etc. This is going to start changing the paradigm with these big streamers that think they have you by the balls and want you to like cookie cutter your shit in order so they could appease corporate clients and marketers. This is going to take that power away from them and give certain comics the right to say, no notes on my shit. And that's exactly what he did. Within the first week, he made 3 times the amount of money back. So he made his money back times 3 within a week. I was super happy with the special. I know the rest of the asshole army was as well. True to podcast form, I would say. He also offered it for free to anybody who would, DM or hit him up and say they couldn't afford the $15 that he charged for the special. And that's why Andrew Schulz is this episode's installment of Goats Doing Goat Shit. Hats off to Andrew Schulz and the infamous comedy special.